everyone, Shadow Eater here. Now, I hope everyone has a good haul. I did, I got a new cloak, I'm well happy with it. Nice big, thick woolen cloak, I love it. I've been wanting to get this video up for the last couple of days, but I've been too knackered after journeying back from Exeter. So, yeah. Now, on the back of all this crap, with the strikes and the unions, and the government being assholes, a lot of what I keep hearing off of YouTube, off of the different sources I keep seeing off YouTube and elsewhere, has always been through Tory media. Now, it's been doing my head in. Now, every time it's through Mick Lynch. Whether it's live or not, you're still going through Tory media to do it. Now, I have been wanting something that's directly Mick Lynch to the RMT members without any Tory media in between to interrupt it. I mean, not interrupt it, but put it through their own filter. Yeah? To take it out of context. Now, you'll see my live reactions. You can get my filter, I do apologise. But this is going to be Mick Lynch directly to the members. Now, I got this from my dad. Dad, cheers. And Dad wanted to get this out there because he feels the same. The truth needs to be known about what's actually happening to what they want to do to our railway. That's quite funny, really. My dad, at the beginning of the privatisation process, right, he actually came across Edwina Currie. Edwina Currie, yeah, that fucking twat. The one who helped to bring in privatisation of the railway under Major. Yeah, that fucking idiot. Well, she was going through Exeter St David's, right? She's got my dad at the ticket office. Right? Now, I think our train got cancelled or something. And instead of it, she's like, well, can I change line then? I was like, well, no, you can't do that. Well, why not? Well, because of a little something called privatisation, which you guys brought in. Yeah. See, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. My dad, the Tories bring it in and then complain about the processes because of what they've just fucking done. And my dad gives the Tories a slap right back in the face. I was dying a couple of days ago when I heard this. That was hilarious. Why can't I change? Oh, because because of you privatising things, you can't do that anymore. Well, that's just rubbish. Well, you did it. It's like it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, my dad sent me this link from Mick Lynch directly to the members. Now, yes, again, you're gonna get I will pause it though, so you can hear my reaction. But this is Mick Lynch directly to the members on the winter solstice. That would be the 28th of Geola, the 21st of last month. When it starts.
I'm Mick Lynch, General Secretary, with a message to members in the national dispute with Network Rail and the train operating companies. I want to thank all of our members, activists and reps for the magnificent effort they have put in throughout 2022 in pursuit of our campaign for job security and for agreements on working conditions and pay. You have delivered 2 sets of resounding strike mandates and have delivered phases of industrial action that has brought our campaign to the fore in the public affairs of the country and indeed has reawakened and inspired the trade union movement and working people. But your National Executive Committee and
we'll just add, as per usual on my channel, you don't get the visual, you get the audio, so I can deal with copyright. However, Maximilian Robespierre and any of the major left-wing socialist content creators, if you want to use this, Owen Jones, if you come across this, mate, if you want to use this, just get hold of me on my Facebook. I'm on Facebook, not Twitter, not anything else. Facebook. Siara Witta. Okay?
National officers are very aware that our prime duty is to deliver a negotiated settlement for you, our members. That's why we are currently halfway through an intense phase of industrial action in order to keep the pressure on the...
Again, I'm happy to send the link. My dad has said that can send the link. So if any of you guys want it, I'm not going to give it to someone who's just going to take it. If you ask for it, I will check you, and I don't know you, I will check you out. And if I think you're going to take it out of context, I won't give you the link. If you're going to fucking use the link to take all the details out of context, then I won't give you the link. I just won't. But you could use my video, to critique. I mean, I've got my own issues with Mick Lynch himself over Brexit. But this is separate. This is kind of separate to the issue.
Employers, and to give us leverage when we meet the companies. So let's summarise where we are. The government has convened discussions with RMT, Network Rail and the Rail Delivery Group, who act on behalf of the 14 train operating companies. The government provides those companies with their negotiating mandate. I will deal with the two strands of the dispute in turn. First, the train operating companies. The RDG discussions are based on a document that will provide a set of national principles that would then be phased through each train operator to be consulted and applied as appropriate to that business. The RDG describes these measures as a package of workforce reforms that includes multi-skilled stations and retailing grades across all station locations. This means the closure of every ticket office in Britain.
I hate that. I get people saying, no, but there's been a downfall in people buying tickets in. I don't give a fuck. I don't trust it, and I know many other people don't trust buying their ticket. They'll look at the times and stuff online, but they won't buy the tickets online. They'd rather go to the ticket office, and even then, you're still going to need the ticket office because what if there's something wrong on the fucking online? That's the whole thing about it being a public service, not a private company. This is why I hate the railway being under private. It's bollocks. You know, again, ticket office. Not only that, but I know this is slightly a sidestep issue, a sidestep thing to it, but it is directly connected. People in the ticket offices notice what if anything's dodgy going on as people are walking past, because there's usually a bunch of them, especially on the major ones. Yeah, the people in the ticket office can see what's going on. From beyond. I know this because I've been behind the ticket office before as a kid, because my dad works there.
With new rates of pay applied. Retail staff will be displaced to the new single grade structure, and all would take voluntary severance. Driver-only operation would have to be accepted as a principle as the normal train operating mode, without a guarantee of a second person present on all DfT contracted services in Britain. New rostering measures.
No God! What? They're not just there to collect your ticket or to check the tickets. They're there for our safety and the driver's safety. Personally, I've been on train several times when the train has had to make an emergency stop. Can you imagine the 50 to 100 passengers on board, depending on the size of the train, if there was no fucking guard there? Not only that, but On several lines, the private companies have been have been piloting this anyway. Yeah? And there have been reports of assaults between passengers and passengers. There's no guard there to check it. No matter the fact there's fucking cameras.
Through a new approved code of practice, this would include diagramming, training and shift patterns. A 7-day railway where Sunday working is mandatory under a protocol, but with any pay enhancements retained.
They're taking the actual piss. It's not modernising. The slimming down. It's not modernising. I keep hearing this. Oh, we need to modernise. Yeah, modernise is great, but not on the sacrifice of safety. Don't be fucking stupid.
A review of catering services so that services would only be provided on an economical basis from the company's viewpoint. Reforms of fleet engineering working practices and conditions. New sickness management procedures and attendance policies. New sick pay entitlements to be revised.
All protections that a lot of these protections that unions managed to get us, the Tories, whether through this or through Mogg's bill, you know, it's just, this year is going to be very shit.
New technology measures to be adopted without pay enhancements.
They're taking the piss because they know that this government isn't going to do a damn thing.
And a review of all retained British Rail conditions of service. In return for our acceptance of all of this, the RDG has offered a pay increase of 4% for 2022 and 4% in 2023.
They'll try to tell you that's 8%, by the way. It's not. It's 4% one year and then 4% the next. It's not it's not an 8%. Right, so you can fuck off. It's like saying I've got two eyes, therefore I can see out of both of them. No, I've got one eye that I can see out of, and the other one is fucked.
Without a minimum payment underpin that would protect low-paid staff. This pay offer is of less value than that proposed for Network Rail.
Right. This was a big one I wanted to expose here. One of the big things I've heard again and again on Tory media and mainstream media is that the deal that the RMT got was exactly the same as Network Rail. Straight from the horse's mouth, that is complete bullshit. And don't go around believing Tories who weren't fucking there in the negotiations. Mick Lynch was. Not only that, but the RDG have actually turned around and backed that up.
The RDG has proposed a no compulsory redundancy guarantee, but this will only last until April 2024. These proposals have been rejected by your NEC as they do not value your labour adequately, right, and they undervalue your work. The job security guarantee is too short and the conditions are not acceptable. Our top members have made a significant stand and have shown magnificent determination all across the grades and across all of the companies. It is essential now that we push on with the dispute and continue to take the action so that we have the mandate and the leverage to obtain an improved offer when we meet the RDG again. Turning to Network Rail, like our members in the talks, we need to dig in to get a fair deal. We have shown tremendous unity and solidarity across the country and the regions, and across operations, stations and maintenance. And we have to keep that going now. The proposals that the companies has formulated have been put to you in a referendum on pay, working practices and conditions, and job security. You have soundly rejected the package in a recent referendum of our entire Network Rail membership. And let's not forget what the company's plans are based on. Slashing vital safety inspections and maintenance by 50%.
I'm sorry, fucking what? The capitalists and the right-wingers want to make our railways unsafe. If you want, I don't like to be so absolutist. You know, I'm not one. An absolutist, that is. But, they're going to make, our railways about to get much more dangerous. To get their way, that's exactly what's about to happen. We should be fucking scared. Those people who have to use the fucking train should be fucking scared. This is dangerous. This isn't modernisation. This is corporate greed. And it's fucking dangerous. And I'm not exaggerating here. Really not. I grew up around the railway. I've seen when regulations aren't held up, I think it's very dangerous. I've shown examples around the world of worse railway systems that are in a situation where the companies and the Tories want to push us to. It's highly dangerous because of lack of regulations. Means the companies and the Tories don't have to pick up the bill for it. That's what it's about. They don't want to pick up the bill for it. For keeping a public service safe. It's disgusting.
In order to strip out jobs and cut costs.
And this is on top of the profit they made during the pandemic because the government topped the bigwigs up.
They say they will provide a minimum viable product, or in English, they will cut safety to the bone.
Minimum viable product. Minimum viable product. Do you know what that means? Mick Lynch is saying that means stripping safety to the bone, yeah. That's work protections. That's public protections. This is safety across the board is going to shit. This is scary shit. This isn't just going to affect the RMT members, you understand? It's going to affect us as passengers. You do realise this, don't you? People who travel on the trains, who don't give a shit about politics every day. You do realise this is going to affect us as passengers. Broken Britain is about to get more broken. I'm telling you. I'm warning you now. Just as I warned my dad over Geola, it's about to get worse. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry you're having to go on strike for the first time in your life. But it's about to get even worse.
To save money. We are seeing a return to the bad old days of rail track. Underfunding the railway, weak regulation, cutting safety, and reliance on subcontractors. We are standing up not just for ourselves, but for our industry and the safety of the public. We've come this far together and we need to keep the pressure on. In operations, our members have shown magnificent levels of solidarity with our maintenance people. The company is proposing that cuts and changes in maintenance should subsidise any pay increases in operations. But again, the pay increase you have been offered in operations is way below inflation.
Not just below inflation.
The resilience you have shown has been heroic. You have stuck by your colleagues in maintenance and have supported the struggle for a fair pay award. We need to keep going. We need to show that resolve will win through and that once again we will achieve a fair pay deal and bring the company back to the negotiating table. I am calling on all in operations to support the strikes. Only by sticking together will we get a fair deal for everyone. The purpose of our campaign and our strike action is to provide leverage so that we can negotiate an improved offer with Network Rail that you can consider and vote on. You have to provide that leverage by standing strong and standing together. In maintenance, you are undoubtedly facing an all-out assault on your conditions. We told you in the referendum on the company offer that they would move to imposing modernising maintenance if the deal were rejected. You stuck by your union and rejected the offer.
You rejected the offer, and against what I would consider workers' rights, they're gone ahead with it anyway. And remember, this maintenance stuff, inspections are cut down by half. That's not modernisation, that's laziness. That's not modernisation, that's greed for profit. That's just not caring about passengers that use your product. Fucking bastards.
The company is now moving forward on the second stage consultation, but we must fight on because we oppose what they are doing to you.
Damn fucking right.
If we do not keep up our resistance, they will go further than they have stated in their documentation, and they will drive a coach and horses through our organisation and through your working life. We are in a tough fight, yet we have shown our determination and resolve. You have rejected the company's offer, which they demanded we put to you in a referendum, yet they are prepared to impose changes on us, ignoring your democratic voice. We will continue to resist their changes throughout the process, and we are not in a position where we will passively accept their imposition.
Fucking right.
So I am calling on all maintenance members to keep up the fight, take the strike action, join your picket lines, and see this dispute through along with your operations colleagues. So to all my members, the message is simple. Keep up the fight. I am so proud to be your General Secretary and equally proud of what you have all achieved in this campaign this year. We came into this fight knowing it would not be a quick one. This is the fight of our lives, a fight for jobs, for our conditions, safety on the railway for the workers and the public, and for a decent pay rise in this cost of living crisis. The only way to achieve a negotiated settlement and a resolution you can vote to support is by showing our strength and determination in this current phase of industrial action, and by keeping going into the new year. Your NEC will carefully consider all views fed back to them when we review the dispute in early January, and we will continue to campaign in a way that keeps our membership on board and supporting our aims for the campaign. For now, I can assure you that we will do everything we can to bring the campaign to a resolution. I hope that you can all spend time with your friends and families during the festive period. And I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Keep going, keep strong, and keep safe. Thank you to you all.
And that is Mick Lynch to the members without going through some Tory media filter. The mainstream media giving it their own. Yeah, I from me as well. But if you want the link, so you don't have to listen to me, message me, Ærra Witta, or Carl John Mayrick. Right? But again, I won't give it to you without checking you out first if I don't know your channel. People like, Owen Jones, Phil from A Different Bias, Big Madge, Maximilian Robespierre, Political X. You guys, if you want this, I'll send you the link. In fact, I've already sent the link to a couple of you. And if you want to use this my video for whatever, then that's up to you. But again, this is Mick Lynch to the members directly. There's no fucking around with the facts on this one. I would rather believe the person who's been in the negotiations than some Tory cunt who hasn't been anywhere near them. And is only speculating on them. Getting it directly from the horse's mouth here. And again, my dad sent me this link so that the truth about about what they want to do to our rail could get out there. This is what they want to do to our railway. Half the maintenance and inspections are maintenance. No guards on the train. No ticket office. Are you kidding me? Forcing, they say voluntary redundancies, but obviously they're not going to be voluntary, are they? I am so angry and scared right now. And you all should be scared. If you travel by train, and the private and the companies and the Tories get their way over this, you ought to be fucking terrified right now. Not an exaggeration. Be terrified. They are trying to make our railway unsafe. This is not an exaggeration. This isn't me trying to spout, get some headline. No, this is exactly what they want to do. Make our railways unsafe on the back of profit. That's what they're trying to do. That's why people like my dad are on strike for the first time in their fucking lives. Wake up, people. These are the facts. Again, this hasn't gone through the news. This hasn't gone through Tory media. This is directly RMT to the RMT members. And with obviously my views about it. Now, I don't agree with Mick Lynch on everything, especially when it comes to Brexit. But on this, I will believe what that man's got to say. I've been wanting to get this, again, I wanted to get this video out for a while. Past couple of days has been a bit of a bit painful. It hurt trying to get back from Exeter to South Devon. So yeah. You can use this. Message me if you want the link. I'm not going to put the link up on YouTube. Private message me on Facebook at Ærra Witta or Carl John Mayrick. Meyrick. If you want the link. Again, I'm fully backing my dad who's going out on strike right now, and enough is enough with the dickheads who are trying to say it's all about pay. It's not about pay. Notice that pay was the last thing that Mick Lynch said about. It was all about terms and conditions. This has been Shadow Eater, and going back to some of my more political stuff. But I thought this needed to be done. This needed the truth, the actual facts needed to be out there. I hope everyone has had a good roll, and I hope the Christian New Year goes well for people, as well as it can get. But I'm telling you, be worried about our railway if the Tories and the companies get their way. Bless us, say everyone. Bless us, say everyone. This has been Shadow Eater. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. I don't fucking care if you're gonna have a go at me. Please comment. I love it. I love a dialogue. Okay? Alright. I'm gonna let you guys go. But yeah. If you want to use this, get hold of me. Catch you guys in a bit. How and go, Doug. Bless us, everyone.